Hey guys, welcome to Offshoots Comics Off Topic. We're your hosts, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And as promised, we are talking about the Attack on Titan manga, full spoilers.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched the show all the way up to the end of the manga, which you can't, you should probably listen anyway. Yeah. Because this is a cool show.
You took too long.
Yeah, this is your fault.
And if you really want to read the manga and you're not all the way caught up, pause this video, go to Manga Panda, read it real quick, and then come back and play. So basically, all the basic facts leading up to episode 15, everyone already knows that the main group, with the exception of Annie, has joined the Survey Corps because the Survey Corps is awesome.
Yeah, heroes all. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, look, but basically what you've got is the only people on the planet who are brave enough to actually fight, like really fight Titans all the time.
Don't just hide in your wall.
All the time.
Always fight Titans.
Not because you have to, because this is my job.
You kind of have to, though.
I mean, but yeah,
if you stay in the walls, like clearly they've shown they can just walk through the wall at any time.
Yeah, but see, the difference is, like, most of the military people are only fighting because, well, the Titans show up. Right. These guys go out looking for Titans.
Yeah. So like, look, it's like they're going to come to us anyway, so we might as well be proactive. Also, we're cool.
And also, we're going to lose 50% of our people every time we walk out the door.
I liked the speech in episode 15, also in the manga, where he was like, look, we lost all our people. You'll probably die a horrible death. And we fight Titans all the time.
Now, who's going to join me?
Right? If you don't want to join, leave. And everyone leaves. And, like, the main group's like, I don't want to be here. Like, they're crying. But, like, they're probably too afraid to leave, too. Because it's like, well, yeah, I kind of seen it. And I kind of have to go keep saying it. Yeah, and then, like, they totally did not want to be there. Like, Sasha was crying. He's like, no, I don't want to go home. I want my potatoes. I don't want to be here where it hurts.
Like, I joined to be a cop. I was going to be on the King's Police.
Yeah, Gene was
I'm trying to walk. Doggone it! Like, and they're all blaming Aaron.
Right?
You know, they're like, you jerk! You made me start thinking about the world and how it really is.
Yeah, and he already joined the Survey Corps. Well, he's also a Titan too. But I like how Gene and Connie were just like they were total punks, but also being kind of brave at the same time.
They were brave because they were punks.
Yeah, and the only people who were totally 100% confident on their choice were Armin and Mikasa because they will follow Aaron anywhere.
Yeah, but because Armin's got sweat like just
because like he knows physically and skill wise, like he does not belong anywhere near these people. But it's his mind though that's going to carry him through because he's pretty smart. Annie was the only person of like the main named group that didn't join. And are you guys ready for spoilers?
Yeah, because Annie is a Titan.
Whoa! She is the female type Titan that you saw in the opening. So there's that. She probably needed a reason to not be out with the Survey Corps when she attacks the Survey Corps.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, she's been doing a lot of things behind their backs that they hadn't noticed either. Like you know, the first time she attacks and kills a bunch of people, and then she destroyed like the two Titans that they had that they were trying to do dissections on because, well, they needed to hide something, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Right. Armin figures out that it's Annie, and there's one part where he's like trying to lure her down like underground where there's no sun, and I think she figured it out too.
Yeah,
she's like,
I'm not going.
Nope, and she's like, Titan form. I'm like, oh, kill her. They beat her, and she turns into like a little chrysalis form, and she's like a little flashback of her dad saying, "Hate humans," which I'm assuming that means there's other Titan shifters out there.
But you know what's funny? It's like Mikasa, upon seeing her in Titan form, she's like, Aaron, come on, you look at her. You can't tell this Annie, really. Seriously, I'm gonna go fight her. You can do whatever you want, because like at that point, Aaron is kind of being a punk, and I hate to say that because Aaron is like a really cool character, but because he likes her, you know, she taught him a couple of moves and stuff, and he's just like, I just can't do it. And then Mikasa's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go die. Like, these are your choices: fight her or I'll die. And she starts heading towards it, and then Armin's like, yeah, me too. And then he goes, okay, fine, you know what? I'm not letting the two coolest people on the planet, aside from me, die. So I'll go kick her butt.
And then that happened. Let's see. Then they go out into some dark area or like nighttime raid thing. They're surrounded by a bunch of Titans, and another human Titan appears, Ymir. She's a really weird, tiny, fast-looking creature thing, and she helps them out. Then they get hit with a gigantic rock thrown by a gigantic deformed ape creature Titan who can speak.
Now I'll tell you, I found it interesting that like the first 30 plus issues, all the Titans look like malformed humans, and now suddenly we're beginning to get things that don't look like that.
Those are probably all human Titans, except for Ymir, who apparently was a Titan for like 60 years, and then just figured out how to be human. Somehow.
Some of us never figure out how to be human. So yeah, that's an accomplishment.
All right.
And
she's in love with Krista, who apparently knows the secret behind the walls and is part of the wall cult. You want to tell them what the walls are made of and how they appeared so suddenly?
The walls are made of Titans.
Titans. And that's why they don't want anyone to put like guns on. They don't want any construction, and that is why the other Titans can only break through the gate. That is the only non-Titan part. There's a part in the manga where there's a hole in the wall, and they see the Titan's face, and they're like, "Oh crap!" They're like, "Cover that up, because if sunlight hits it, then we are completely screwed." Imagine if the walls are turned to Titans.
Yeah, those are some big walls. I mean, we're not talking about like the wall outside your house.
Yeah,
we're talking a wall around America.
Yeah,
So
it's like, oh god, there's like a million Titans there, and we don't know how they convinced a bunch of Titans to turn into walls or how they forced them. The only way I see that happening is that those Titans were humans and sacrificed themselves for other humans, and may have lost their minds at this point, or if they had some sort of technology.
Well, the losing their minds thing would make a little bit of sense but like they had to have done something to them to turn them to get them to turn into walls. Yeah. Because realistically speaking, I don't think like the Primes, how they turned into the big cavern to hide the Matrix in the really bad Transformers movie. Okay, the Primes, if you had woken them up, would still have been the Primes, and they were like, "Yeah, we're protecting the Matrix." Well, so yeah. I don't think that these Titans who were in the walls chose this.
Right.
I think that
they might have just lost themselves. Like Aaron's lost himself before, and Ymir mentioned when she was talking to two other characters who are also Titans that we will tell you about in a few seconds. She said there was times where she lost herself. She felt like she felt like she didn't know who she was, like she was confused, and that's why it took her 60 years to figure out she's a Titan. So maybe they figured out how to turn into Titans, at that time, or other people are Titans. We don't know that yet, and they just kind of did that, and maybe they're worried that they lost themselves too.
Possibly, and then that could explain a couple of other things, because I'm reaching back a little bit now, but Aaron runs into Anti-Titan, and he tries to change into a Titan to fight her, and he can't do it. And then he's reaching for a spoon, and he becomes a Titan while reaching for the spoon. And Armin comes to the conclusion that it must be that he has to have a clear goal for what he's doing to be able to become a Titan.
I need this spoon, Titan. Yes.
So there's a good possibility that in having a clear goal in their mind, it also sets their minds on a path, and it allows them to stay part who they are
until that goal is accomplished. Then you just kind of fall
but
apart.
if you become a Titan just to protect yourself, well, you're protecting yourself, so then you kill Mikasa and anybody else who happens to be around you, because that was the only goal for the body.
Right. But so yeah, that's that. Should we tell them about the colossal and armored Titans?
We can't know who they are, can we?
We know who they are.
We know who they are?
We know who they are.
We know who they are.
The two most important Titans in the entire series. You know who they are.
Yeah, the ones who showed up first. Yeah.
And kicked a rock on Aaron's house.
Which was a big mistake, by the way.
Yeah. So, we're going to tell you in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's Reiner and Berthold. Obviously, Reiner, who looks like the Armor Titan.
Yeah, once you start thinking about it, and you go, huh, that same blank stare is that same blank stare.
And the tall Titan happens to also be the tallest kid in the group. I'm just saying, that's not, they didn't really... And also the appearing and reappearing, random stuff, and
it kind of makes the Survey Corps kind of awesome, doesn't it?
Because they got a lot of Titans in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were the Colossal and Armor Titans. They have a village. I'm assuming the village is a Titan shifters, because they're taking Aaron and Ymir over there, right now. Eren also has no limbs currently in the manga. It's hilarious because he's still trying to kill people with no limbs.
It's only hilarious because you know they're gonna grow back.
Yeah, I mean they're currently growing back, but they're kind of slow.
I mean, because like it was totally hilarious to me when then he got his arm and leg bitten off in like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
When I realized they were coming back. Like once I had read ahead in the manga, and I was like, oh, that's funny. But when it first happened, I was like, oh god,
no.
Not the only person I care about right now.
Exactly. But Eren and Ymir are captured, and they actually tried to get Eren to kind of like see the point of view. He's like, you kicked a rock onto my house. We are never going to be friends. Like, they talked Ymir into capturing Krista because like she's like, I don't want Krista to die. Like, we'll bring her to us now, and she's like, okay, I'll just go do what you say immediately. So then again, they are much bigger Titans than her. So
yeah,
the Colossal Titan and Armor Titan are actually afraid of Ymir because even though she's small, she's apparently the fastest Titan. So apparently she can kill them. Like crawl up their body real quick and then rip their neck out. But it's like, can't you just not like turn out of the Titan before she got there?
You would think so, but then by the same token, I mean, like the few times that we've watched them change when they're like, okay, I'm going to give up the Titan body and become human, it seems to take a little bit of time.
Not for the Colossal and Armored though. Theirs has always been instant, which I mean, I guess they've been doing it longer.
A lot longer,
I guess, or whatever. But Colossal and Armored, they always just like, I'm here, now I'm gone.
Yep, 3D gear away.
Yeah. Wait, hold on though. Wait. I have a problem with this. So, Berthold and Reiner, when they were little kids, attacked and basically screwed up everything for everybody, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
How did he get outside the wall and then appear as a Titan and then disappear and then somehow get back in the wall?
Without 3D gear?